Alright, we are back. If you heard that, that was my wife in the background. She says hello to everybody watching. We are right back on track. We're going to kill some Druki this time around. Druki is the Asur equivalent of Dark Elf in High Elvish, and the Asur are High Elves. So that's just a little Warhammer lesson for those of you who don't know that, but I'm sure most of you do. So I see here they have mostly melee infantry. They have, it looks like, 6 ranged units. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna break away from my norm a little bit. I'm just gonna put my melee in front, and I'm gonna work my ranged around the side, and I'm gonna try and do a little envelopment, as it were. We'll see if we can do that. These guys are hidden. And these guys are hidden. Wow, why am I struggle busing with this? Oh my goodness, guys. I don't know what's going on right now. I don't know why this is hard. I'm just going to put them all over on that bed. We will put our cavalry over on this side, get a nice rear charge in, and we're going to put Bastiladon right in front. Actually, you know what? No, behind the melee units. And we'll put Mazdamundi behind the front line as well. And let's start this battle. Alright, so we're going to lock our infantry, we're going to move them forward. We're also going to lock our ranged units for right now, and we're going to have them search the forest that way. And we're going to lock our cavalry, have them search the forest that way. We're going to send the Bastiladon forward. Mazdamundi right after him. Ah, here we are. Where is the enemy? Ah, there they are. Okay. So we found them. Looks like the Skinks unfortunately found them first. The weakest of our units, so that's fine. Alright. Gonna go ahead and send our Bastiladon into the side. We're also gonna send our cavalry into the side here. And I'm gonna have Mazdamundi net these guys so that our melee units can get some nice work done. Right now our Skinks are running for their lives, so we're gonna pull them back. We're gonna have our swords get in there on. This sword's gonna have a much nicer time. And there we go. Now we can start the flank maneuver with our ranged on this side. Spears from over there. I'm going to send the Bastiladon right into these dark shards. Take care of some of that ranged. Going to net those guys over there. Okay. We're going to send our Skinks in after these Dread Spears, since they're just sitting there protecting the ranged units. And it looks like the Saurus have gotten into it and they're doing some work. Let's see what this looks like down here. Yeah, it's... Ooh, little tail whip right there. One of our swords. How are we doing here? We're gonna call down. We're gonna reduce. Struggling in melee, so we're gonna buff him a lot. And we are going to net these units because they are trying to run away. And we don't want them to run away. We want to go ahead and take them out. Here we go. These guys are just sitting around. I don't know what happened there. Come on. And we're hitting these units from the back, so that'll do some extra damage there. Our skinks are actually holding their own against the dread spears. Celadon's back there, trundling around. I don't know why. I guess I did not have my cavalry on run, but really it doesn't look like it matters much. But we're going to send them into the dark shards anyway. They should do just fine. We're going to send these guys in to get some dark shards. We got two of these guys sitting around. Let's send them back there. Send them actually into the back of these dread spears right here. This is going to reduce enemy leadership, so that's good. Just to heal our units a little bit, put a little bit of fear into the enemy at the same time. Okay, so looks like we have this just about wrapped up, but just need to make sure we keep hitting their flanks, and they should go down rather easily. Alright, and we have our Bastillodon against their lord, who you can't see because we're getting trampled by our cavalry, which is fine with me. Alright, so Murderous Prowess just kicked in for the Druki. And we're going to run them off the field before that can really be of any use for most of them. Just a couple of them left here, and we're just going to send them packing. Let them get off our island. Okay, so some of my units weren't responding the way I thought I gave the command to, but it still worked out alright. Did not take many losses. The Saurus did what I thought they would do, which was take out a lot of these elves rather easily. They didn't have any large units or anything like that, so we didn't have to worry about that. Turn down the sound here a little bit. Okay, now, so we've taken out pretty much all our coastal threats at the moment. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to up public order here. And, okay, our public order is okay here. So, at this point, I just want to up growth. I just want to make sure that we are gonna get Hexawaddle to a level 5 city as quickly as possible. That is one of my goals. Another goal is to take the Mirror Pool of Tepuk, which we've pretty much already surmised has Skaven in it, but we shall see for sure soon. Oh, right. Forgot I have damaged buildings, so I guess we're not gonna increase our growth this turn. That's okay. We're going to repair those buildings instead. And, okay, perfect. Okay, so I would say that was pretty good. Oh, we have more Skaven that just popped up there on the left, so we have a decision to make. No. So, the guys that are coming to take back Chotek's Causeway tried to give us a peace treaty. And they are going to take that rather easily. I'm going to try. So, alright, so that's okay. Perfect. Got 20 flags. The Cobra Mace of Mazdamundi. The purge goes well, yet Warmblood still dare to desecrate Lustria, where it is a Slan mage priest whose interpretations of the Great Plan are heretical. In either case, the interlopers cannot be allowed to live. In Mazdamundi's anger, he reaches for the Cobra Mace, his own personal relic, and realizes for the first time since his awakening that it is not on his bloated person. One of his skink attendants reminds the slime that the mace was left at the sacred isle of the Crimson Skull to be recharged amidst its red minerals, which are found nowhere else in the old world. Mazdamundi orders that they collect the relic, but only after the enemy settlement is taken or destroyed. Alright, so we have to occupy one enemy settlement. That's going to be pretty easy. Here's my idea. We're going to get the Mirror Pool of Tepik, go back, get Jotek's Causeway, and then get the Fallen Gates. So let's go do that. Oh, that's Skaven. Surprise, surprise. Okay. Rather large army, but they are clan rats after all. But they do have walls, but I don't really care about any of that, so let's do this. A lot of times people will build siege engines when they are besieging a settlement. I don't really subscribe to that. I don't really think it's of much use sometimes. This being one of those cases where I feel my Source Warriors are just so strong that all they have to do is hop up onto that wall and they will have the Skaven outmatched. So that is what we are going to do. Again, if you were wondering my logic there, I know that a lot of people feel that they have to build a ton of siege engines prior to starting a siege. I don't really subscribe to that theory, so hey, if you do, sorry. You know, I don't really think it matters all that much. I am going to put this Bastilla on the front because I want him taking off that wall as soon as possible. We are not going to gamble. 19 wins magic is plenty, and we're going to start this battle. And we're just going to send them right up on the wall. Same thing with the skinks. We're going to send the Bastillodon at the wall. We're going to send Mazdamundi at the wall. And what we are going to do with Mazdamundi is quite simple. We're just going to have him net the guys on the walls. And you could say, oh, you know, aren't you going to lose a lot of troops getting to the wall? A couple units might get damaged fairly badly, but I've found that really, honestly, most of the time, most units arrive with almost full health, and they are more than ready to take on the enemy. And like I said, I know I have superior troops. I don't have superior numbers, obviously. That's how Skaven really kind of work. So this guy's going to get netted, and he's not going to know what to do with himself. He's going to be real upset once he finds out that there's cold ones coming for him. As you can see, our guys are taking a little bit of missile fire, but you know, once we get up on those walls, should be fine. Ah, here we are. Send the Bastillodon back to take care of these clan rats that surrounded Mazdamundi. That should take care of them rather well. Okay. Alright. We have some Source rampaging. We're going to send our skinks on the wall to start firing at these Skaven. Just gonna start sending Source in. Just gonna have them over here, kind of trying to take out everything in their way here. Alright. So, alright, we've already shattered one unit with our cold ones, and we're about to shatter these clan rats here. We want to make sure we take out this wall, so let's go ahead and do that. In the meantime, let's heal up our Temple Guard. We're gonna debuff the enemy leadership yet again. Alright, the gate's coming down. Alright, these cold ones are chasing them off. We're gonna climb up on the wall here. Alright. We're just gonna protect. I've found that just protecting the wall a lot of time, once you have the ranged units up there, it is much easier to have them come to you, even when they're the ones defending. The cold ones are getting lit up because technically the Skaven still own that tower, even though our Temple Guard are doing their best. Need to get them some help over there, so we're gonna have to go ahead and send some units that way. Send these Saurus over here. You know what, I'm going to send all my Saurus over to the left because even skinks can handle Skaven units one-on-one. Going to heal up our Temple Guard again. This guy's still taking fire. You can see by the little arrow going into him that he's taking fire. Alright. Take out the Night Runners. That's good. Okay. So we've broken down the wall. And distill it on smash. And now we are going to go ahead and just send our units after everything. Alright. Now it's a matter of cleaning up these walls. Once we really get in here, we're going to send the cold ones in here. Alright, we already have some Source Warriors down there helping out the Facilon. Yeah. Yep. That is good. Mazdamundi just sitting there looking pretty, as he is wont to do. Just going to go in here and debuff enemy leadership. He's also going to put the Cause Fear on the Facilon. And he's going to, you know what, we'll have him get in here because these units should break rather easily. And what are all these guys doing? Oh, there's a Warlock Engineer up there, okay. That's what they're busy doing. Two Warlock Engineers up on the walls. There we go. These units are broken. Again, the Skaven will come back again and again. So we want to make sure that doesn't happen. He left that to fill it on a little bit. He is getting a lot of work done. Our cold ones are doing pretty well too, from what it looks like. Having some rat for dinner, looks like. Good. Tasty. Okay. We want to take out this Warlock Engineer. That's our first line of business. Okay, so he is broken. Look at all these Skavens just waiting to eat it. Okay. And I want to shatter that Warlock Engineer. Our 4 units are holding back the whole army by themselves. We're going to debuff enemy leadership over here. Hopefully we'll get some shattering going. that a Hell Pit Abomination? Oh, well, that is not good. I did not know they had one of those. It's definitely not good. But, you know what? We're gonna make do. We're still gonna win this thing. Rather easily, it should be. Okay. Now. Oh, no. Don't know why it does this sometimes. Okay. Come on, get off the wall. Sometimes your units will get stuck on the walls. That is rather frustrating. I'm gonna heal up these cold ones. And we're gonna start. There we go, okay. So we got some shattering going on. We need to take out this warlord. And we need to start helping our Bastiladon a little bit more. These skinks. Okay. Oh, well, this Hell Pit Abomination is coming. So that is not good, but I need to get my Temple Guard over there. They have halberds. They have bonus versus large. So we gotta get him over there as soon as possible. We're gonna debuff enemy leadership again. We are just stuck on the wall. We have too many units. In all honesty, there's just too much of this you know what around. I mean, all these craters cause a really hard time to actually get into the city, which I guess is very Skaven-y, so that's okay. But at the same point, kind of annoying. Send these guys over here. Send these guys over here. Again, we just need to get these guys off the walls and into the city at this point. All these units are shattered anyway. We have our skinks kind of doing the end around on them. We need somebody to get after these night runners. Okay, for some reason it wouldn't let me target the night runners there for a second. Alright, debuff enemy leadership one more time. And with all of our units here now, this should go rather well for us. You can see that Bastiladon has just been sitting there for minutes by itself, barely taking any damage. It has 140 armor. It is a tank. A literal tank. That Hell Pit Abomination, holding its own, as you would expect. We're going to send these skinks around the back. I'm getting annoyed with how long it's taking to kill these Skaven. And that is the part I hate about fighting Skaven, period, is they are super annoying. And they're supposed to be. But they will run, come back, run, come back, run, come back, run for ever. So you really have to try and just shatter them as quickly as possible. This Hell Pit Abomination is probably just wrecking my units. Yep, there we go. There's a whole lot of dead lizard men around that guy. But I feel like my units are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Okay, my units did not listen to their command at all. They did not circle around these guys. That is frustrating. But it's okay. Again, this siege map, to be honest, it looks perfect, but it plays awful. I don't know anybody else's opinion on this map, on the siege maps in general in Warhammer 2. I mean, I get it, but at the same point, it makes it impossible to give good battle orders if you're the opposing enemy, or if you're the opposing army, which I guess, again, makes sense, but it's just really frustrating. Okay, so now we're going to send these tanks into the back here. Hell Pit Abomination is almost dead. However, once the Hell Pit Abomination dies, that is not the end of the Hell Pit Abomination. So that's a whole nother thing in and of itself. It has this too horrible to die. Either it comes back to life or it spawns a unit of clan rats. So I Either way, pretty terrifying. Okay, finally, we've broken this this wing. We're gonna send these guys after those clan rats just so they don't come back. We're gonna send these guys in the back here. These clan rats. Distillodon isn't attacking anyone, and that's not good. So we definitely want the Distillodon to be attacking people. There we go, finally. Oof! Okay, I'm not even going to bother... you know what? Yes, I am. Because if these units can kill this Hellpit Abomination, it's going to be a lot of experience for them. So hopefully... I mean, look at that thing now. It's so gross. Ugh. Come on, kill it. It's got... Oh, it's regenerating. Alright, never mind. Okay. So. We now have control of... I forget the name of the city. I apologize. But we needed it. We wanted it. It's going to give us more ancient plaques, which is going to help us in this vortex scenario. So that's definitely a good thing. Okay. I just want to see, look at that. 3,000 kills, and we only get 2,500 gold. That's how kind of worthless the Skaven are in terms of experience. We're going to go ahead and just occupy. I don't want to upset this region anymore. Okay, there we go. Okay. We just got 33 ancient plaques for that one fight there, and after we take out these guys, we're going to go ahead and fight that quest battle, and then the Delve for Victory. We have to build an Old One Trove, and I believe, wow, okay, yes, so if you see here, Old One Trove will give us 10 ancient plaques a turn, so yes, we're definitely going to want to do that. We got 9,000 gold, so let's go ahead and start upgrading. We're going to go ahead and get the Sacrificial Altar of Sotek. Going to upgrade our new recruits. And we're going to go ahead and build the Stone Marker. Going to go ahead and give us another research. And then looks like that's all we can do here. Then we can get the Beacon of Dawn, but that's going to be when we have 3,000 more gold, which should be relatively soon, actually. We get Zlak at level 17. We are currently level 11. Excited for that. I'm going to get the Comet of Cassandora. I think you guys are going to like that. The Comet of Cassandora, Net of Amantok, dual usage. It's really, really effective. And you'll see what I'm talking about. That should be it for this turn. It's kind of easy when you only have one lord. Okay, and this guy is besieging us because he has no other choice. He's got one army left, so we're going to go ahead and wipe him out. We're just going to auto-resolve this. He did take away our ability to regenerate or replenish. So that's annoying. But we did just get +5 leadership when attacking Skaven, so that's nice. I am going to heal up my units a little bit before we go on and take on Chotek's Causeway again. And we gain another level. And I am going to take this. This will reduce speed and melee defense of flying units around Mazdamundi, so if we're ever fighting a lot of, say, Dark Elves with their Black Dragons or Elves with their Dragons, that will definitely help. And want to go ahead and get the spawn pool of the Braves, because eventually we want to get chameleon skinks. Those guys are awesome. They are really good. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And just trying to remember what they want me to do here. Alright. Okay. Easy enough. Yeah, and Chotek's Causeway is not walled, so we'll go ahead and take that out next turn. I don't think the Skaven are going to have a very large garrison there. Alright, so we can get plus 20 ammunition for Skinks or plus 5 armor for Saurus. We're going to go Saurus every single time. Saurus are just, they're just a fantastic unit. I really like them. I really think they did a good job in showing just how tough they can be. We have one more turn. We can get Chotek's Causeway. Almost out of time here, I think. So, let's get him. Oh! Well, we're going to treasure hunt because they want us to do that, so I guess the Skaven didn't take it over? Alright. The effigy of Gork. Gork is an orc god, by the way, if you didn't know. Whilst scouting the outskirts of the ruined city, you notice in the distance an orc shaman prancing around a campfire nearby. You watch and soon see the shaman collapse, his body twitching on the ground. Okay, so we can ignore the shaman, loot his body, help the shaman, or interrogate the shaman. Let's help him out. Let's see what he can get of us. Wow, 50 ancient plaques. So you help the shaman to his feet. He chants something strange, and suddenly your hands are overflowing with gold. It's almost tempting not to kill him. Dun dun dun. Okay, so we just got a lot of ancient plaques, which is really good. We're also going to go ahead and... Oh, no. Guess we can't colonize this turn, but that's okay. We'll colonize next turn. They want us to perform the Rite of Ferocity again. So... we're going to go ahead and do that. Buffs our units, gives us 10 ancient plaques and 1500 gold, so we actually get a plus 100 gold out of that, so that's pretty awesome. Next, for the Sunburst Standard of Hexwattle, we need to capture 500 battle captives. The ritual is set, the essence of Chotek has been summoned, but from whence will it come? The plaque alludes to the next step. It is an act that pleases Mazdamundi greatly, for it aligns with his personal interpretation of the great plan. Captives must be sought, their blood not yet spilled, although that will come in time. And when it does, knowledge of the radiance of Chotek shall be revealed. Okay, so we have to fight a few battles, basically. Alright, so... and then we're gonna take you out too. No, I don't want a peace treaty with you. Here we go. Trade agreement, and they're gonna pay us? Yes, please. So I believe I said it in one of my other videos, I'm not positive, but letting the diplomacy, etc. come to you in this game, a lot of times helps, actually. It works out in your favor to let the computer kind of realize, hey, I need this guy's help, instead of, you know, constantly begging the computer to help you out. So just a little tip there. As you can see, colonizing takes a heck of a lot out of your units. Oh dang it, I don't have gold. I was going to go ahead and recruit a Saurus Old Blood to take the Fallen Gates, but we're just going to have to do it ourselves and then wait a few turns in this province, which it's okay, it needs it anyway. It's got pretty poor public order, so we want to make sure it doesn't get another rebellion. Okay, we built our gold mine. That's good. We're gonna go and check the fallen gates. Now this might have Skaven. If that's Skaven, we are probably running, to be honest. Okay, treasure hunt, sure. Okay, the beast within. While searching through the ruins, you find a hidden tunnel in the basement of an old building. You notice that the walls are lined with deep and bloody scratch marks. This begs the question, was the door shut to keep something in, or to keep something out? Let's send scouts to investigate the tunnel. Sounds smart. Ah, you ask for volunteers, and soon a scouting party is deployed. They discover a hidden treasure deep within the tunnel. Although it takes a while for them to retrieve it, the hoard proves to be well worth the wait. So we get the Helm of Fortune, +4 armor, +3 melee defense, +5 physical resistance. Not shabby. I'd say we're doing pretty well on our treasure hunts here, guys. And you know what? I will take... Oh, well. I don't know what happened to it. I'm not wearing it, but whatever. Sure it'll show up eventually, hopefully. Alright, and... Okay, next turn we will colonize the Fallen Gates. Then we'll call that a day. And I might skip a few turns of just kind of replenishing my units. You guys really don't want or need to see that too much. Yeah. Let's go ahead. Oh, finally. Okay. So the great plan must be brought to fruition. As many skinks as possible must be spawned and set to work if the old one's sacred goals are to be achieved. There are distinct advantages to spawning a skink chief or a skink priest. Which one will you choose? I am going to recruit a skink priest. Spellcasters in Total Warhammer 2 are much better than Total Warhammer 1. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. So, spellcasters in this game, I go for them much more than I did in the old game. Yeah, I really like that they upped that a lot. So, we get 4 ancient plaques for him performing an action. We're going to go ahead and scout these ruins. Okay, there we go. And he did not find any Skaven, that's good. And I really hope that I didn't just overspend, and I did, of course. Alright guys, well, we're going to go ahead and boost our Saurus's weapon strength by 10%. That's pretty awesome. So they're pretty good already. We are going to go ahead and... we're not going to sit in Astromancy, we're going to sit in encampment. We're going to go ahead and try and replenish our troops a little bit, but I will catch you guys all next time. You have a good night.